Interior hotel, corridor, night. The door of a hotel room with the number 16 engraved on a brass sign stands in view. A male and a female voice can be heard from behind the door. The male voice is shouting and spitting out spiteful insults. As the female voice begins to cry, we hear a crash, followed by a thud. Interior flat, night. A dark-haired woman sits at her desk in the living room that is cluttered with photos and files. She scans through a handful of papers that include images of a young woman called Grace, with details of her relationship and current location. The number 16 in the address listed is circled with red ink. Interior room 16. Night. Grace, the same young woman from the pictures in the file, is laying down on the floor of the room, bruised all over and with a bust lip. While her eyes stare out vacantly straight ahead, a man can be heard shouting and stomping around the room.
It's you. You deserve it. You're a simple bitch. Like, what do you think? What do you think you are? Fuck you. Seriously, fuck you.
Grace does not acknowledge his presence, but instead her eyes divert back and forth to the ticking clock on the wall and to the door. The dark-haired woman now stands up from her desk, folding a piece of paper with an address, and puts it in her jeans pocket. Tying up her hair in a firm ponytail, scars of cigarette burns are revealed on the back of her neck. She continues to get ready by putting on a dark, baggy jacket and leather gloves. Exiting into the night, the man steps out onto the balcony, lighting up a cigarette and leaning his elbow on the balcony railings. The dark-haired woman crouches down on the rooftop of a building parallel to the balcony of room 16. She begins setting up a sniper. She positions the sniper in direction to the man. Unaware of the woman, the man continues to smoke his cigarette while looking to the other side. She focuses her aim on his head and the red dot appears on his temple. The sound of a gunshot is heard. Grace's eyes widen and she gasps in response to the sound. She lifts herself up from the floor, regaining her strength, and walks over to the man's body, which is lifeless on the ground. Blood oozes out of his head, staining the floor. Grace steps out onto the balcony and squints her eyes, searching for the woman. The woman steps forward out of the shadow, and they see each other. The woman acknowledges Grace by holding up her hand. Grace lets out a deep breath and returns inside the room. Walking over to the telephone on the bedside table, Grace takes in another deep breath as she picks up the phone and dials.
Hello?
The end.